Demystifying Negative Sentences. Can, in passive voice. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. In today's lesson, we will delve into the use of passive voice with the modal verb can, specifically, how to form negative sentences. This might seem tricky, but once we break it down, you'll find it's not as complicated as it sounds. Before we get into the specifics, let's briefly revisit what the passive voice is. In the passive voice, the object of an action becomes the subject of the sentence. The person or thing carrying out the action is often omitted or placed at the end of the sentence. For instance, the sentence, "The cake was eaten by John," is in the passive voice. Now, let's move on to the modal verb can. Can is used to express ability, permission, requests, and possibility. We often use it in the active voice, as in, John can eat the cake. But how about in the passive voice? When we use can in the negative form in the passive voice, we add not between can and the verb, which should be in the past participle form. So the structure would look like this: subject plus can plus not plus be plus past participle. An example of this would be, "The cake cannot be eaten by John." Here, cannot is the negative form of can, be is the auxiliary verb, and eaten is the past participle of eat. It's important to note that in conversational English, cannot is usually contracted to can't. So our example becomes, "The cake can't be eaten by John." Just like in the negative form, when forming questions with can in the passive voice, we also use the verb be and the past participle. The structure is can plus subject plus be plus past participle. An example would be, "Can the cake be eaten by John?" For the negative form, it would look like this: can't plus subject plus be plus past participle, as in, "Can't the cake be eaten by John?" And there we have it. I hope that this video has been helpful in understanding how to use the modal verb can in the passive voice, particularly for forming negative sentences and questions. Remember, practice is key to mastery. So make sure you try out what you've learned today in your everyday English. Until our next lesson, keep practicing and happy learning.